Spiritual work is moving from the content of the field, that's the ego with its structure, its form, its illusion of sequentialness, and an illusory thing called an I that works through an illusory process called causality. And spiritual work then is transcending the identification with the world of the ego and beginning to realize that you're not the content of the field, but your reality is the field. And you begin to understand the difference between force and power. Power versus Force was the first book, specifically spiritually addressed. It differentiates two different styles of existence, and that force is limited to form, dimension. It's measured in time. And the difficulty with force is that force always causes counterforce. So force always goes like this, and in doing so, it moves from here to there. In doing so, it consumes energy. And therefore, sooner or later, it peters out or it gets blown away. Solves a lot of problems. The Roman Empire, the greatest empire the world has ever seen. I don't know if the British Empire was bigger. Anyway, all great empires come to an end because the Roman legions, as magnificent as they were all warriors, and they all went to warrior heaven, where you overcome your fear of death in the service of what you consider to be sovereign. So each one serves a very definite purpose. But sooner or later, it runs out of money, gold, and bodies. There aren't any more bodies to slay, so the war comes to an end, everybody's dead. So force goes from here to there. It follows specific designs. It's measurable. And power, on the other hand, does not move from any place to any place. It does not consume any energy. So power accomplishes immensity by virtue of that which it is. Gravity stands there and it does nothing. It just is. The infinite reality out of which arises your own existence merely is. In fact, the only fact you can ever state about anything is that it is. Anything else is an elaboration that you project onto it. It is good, it is bad, it is... Don't forget, folks, it's bad to be judgmental. Very bad. You see all these people who hate sin? Wow. I mean, they get in there and hate sin. I mean, why join them, you know what I mean? If you're going to join the haters, you know? Oh, well. And it's always said with the teeth clenched, like, I hate sin. Sort of scary. All right. And I don't want to be saved right today, okay? The wife drags you to church, you hear that, and you say, we'll go back again some other time, sweetheart. So, spirituality, on the other hand, the infinite presence of God, which reveals itself when the ego dissolves due to good karma and of a great variety of factors. But with the dissolution of the ego, one stands in the presence of exquisite gentleness. The most profound sensation is a silent, incredible softness. And this incredible softness, which is not different than the essence of love, the essence of existence, first of all, it's nonverbal, but its power is infinite. So you have a strange combination of a power, the immensity of which the human imagination can't even surmise, Imagine that which holds the entire universe together, every atom and electron and everything. The immense power of steel. What does it take to pull apart steel? That's nothing but an expression of that power in that particular little tiny, tiny, tiny expression. So you stand in the presence of this infinite power, which is exquisitely gentle. So the presence reveals itself by revelation. It just stands forth, and in the presence of the infinite allness of divinity, the mind stops.